like everything is being controlled by one man. Everything is being micromanaged by the president.
At the look of things right now, it looks like it's going to happen because considering the number of MPs who even signed in in support of it, they're almost reaching the number of MPs who are required to get him from power, you see?
Yes.
On air, presenter Ali.
And to impeach him. And personally, I just can't. The only thing I can just, for a moment when I was looking at this story yesterday, I was just asking myself questions because the things which have shown that these guys wame fall out permanently. In fact, they call it irredeemable divorce, meaning that they just can't get back together.
President
Gachagua, especially according to the guys who are surrounding the president. That's what they're saying. That they've gotten to a point of no return. There's no way they can just work together anymore. It doesn't matter whatever is going to happen out of the impeachment. These guys just can't work together anymore. But they fail, of course, to tell us what really happened between these two. The same way Ruto appeared during Uhuru, they never told us what really transpired between them that made them hate each other so badly.
Yeah.
But of course, Gachagua now on his side is saying that he doesn't accuse the president of anything. I don't know what he's going to say right now because he said that he doesn't accuse the president of trying to impeach him. Number one, he said that it's maybe the MPs because the president has not called them to tell him if he has a problem with him. Because as far as he's concerned, everything is okay, and the president hasn't told him anything. In fact, he even said that the person who is really bringing issues between him and the president is the president's personal assistant, Faruk Beit.
Okay.
Yeah, the infamous Faruk Beit. It's just this guy that people have been. I know you've heard of him. This guy that is so much feared by almost everybody, and people say that Ruto is bad, but Faruk Beit is worse. They say that they say, in fact, the guys who say that even if Faruk Beit says today that Ruto should divorce Rachel, he'll do that without thinking. They're saying that this guy is like kind of mbebea Ruto akili in a way, like whatever he says goes. You see, and almost everybody around president fear this guy. In fact, the people who we see closest to Ruto are like the likes of Sudi, right? But we're told that even Ruto fears this guy because Faruk, because there's even a time that he said that there's this time that just around
for real?
Yeah. In fact, last 2 weeks there's a time that Sudi wasn't allowed to see the president for some time because I don't know what he did. He did something that angered Faruk. Yeah, and Faruk said that you cannot see the president for now. You are banned. And he could not see him. That's how powerful this guy is. Like, in fact, he's so powerful to a level that I remember there was this time that they went for his homecoming at his place, and almost every CS was talking so good about him, that this guy is so good. Then Aden Dwele came forward and said that, you know why everybody's speaking so good about this guy? It's because if they try to talk so bad about this guy, they'll not be allowed to see the president anymore. See?
Because he's the PA.
He's the PA, and he's he's not just a PA, he's a very powerful PA. Like, he's a PA that...
He's been given some powers.
Some powers. Like, he's so powerful that people believe that... Like, for instance, Raila has a PA. But it's known that if Ida doesn't want you to see Raila, you'll not see him. The PA can allow you, but if Ida says you can't see Raila, you'll not see him. But the other way now is funny about Ruto, in that even Rachel can allow you to see Ruto, but if Kibet doesn't allow you to, you'll not see him. See. So Gachagua just said that according to him, he and Ruto has not done anything wrong to him, but the problem is this guy called Faruk Beit. In fact, he said that Faruk Beit even goes around paying MPs, keeping them in the chopper, and the president's chopper, flying them around and telling them that tomorrow I want you to vote against Gachagua. He's a bad person. He even said that Kibet used to come to him and try to manage for him his diary, telling him where to go to, where not to go to, and that's why he said that I cannot do that anymore. You see?
What?
Yeah, and even the other day, so this guy had very many claims. He even said that just 2 days ago, 2 days before the impeachment motion, he said that there's this MP who is believed to be Oscar Sudi that went to his office. Went to his place to see him, but because they agreed on meeting at 12, this guy arrived at 11. And go to the gate. Then the gate man told him that I've not been told that there's anybody supposed to come at this moment. So you'll have to wait for, according to the schedule, you're supposed to come here at 11.
What? At 12?
Yeah, at 12.
Na umekuja mapema.
Yeah, so at that time,
Hey.
Gachagua says that he said, according to his schedule, at 11 to 12, he was supposed to be having a haircut. So he went to have a haircut at that time when this MP came, the Sudi, now the person that is believed to be Sudi. So when he was having his haircut, he was called by the security, telling him that there's this guy who is just insulting people all over the place and he wants to come in by force, and he's saying that sisi ndo tulikuweka hapo, huyu jamaa kwani anafikiria yeye ni nani, hata tutamtoa kwa hii nyumba tuweke mwingine hapa. Huyu ni mjinga mpumbavu. He said that guy called him that since the security, because he was still having an haircut, the security could not allow him in. The guy decided to drive away, insulting everybody around, and he said that the guy at night texted him and called him pumbavu, mjinga, sijui nini. Like he said that the guy insulted him so badly. So it was like according to him, he had no issue and the president has not told him anything. But the problem is the guys who are surrounding the president. But if you flash back a week later, there's this time here, Gachagua had an interview with Sam Gituku.
Yes.
And this is what he told Sam Gituku, that as far as I'm concerned right now, there's no motion. This is just a rumor. There's no motion of impeachment against me.
Yes.
And if there is, I believe that the president doesn't support it because he hasn't told me so. But what I know, that if any motion of impeachment reaches the parliament, it means the president is the one sponsoring it. In fact, he said that there's nobody who has the power, no MP who has the ability to gather and even campaign and even mobilize enough members of parliament to support a motion of impeachment. And the only person who has such resources and the powers is the president. So if you try to look at these two stories as a contradiction, in a way it shows you that is it now true that now, since we have seen that the motion has been tabled in parliament with an overwhelming majority supporting it, does it mean that now whatever Gachagua said now is not true when he said that it's the people around the president who are against him, but not the president? But now if seeing the motion already in parliament, it means, according to what he said, that actually it's not even the people around the president,
it's the
president. In fact, there's this African quote that says that when the dog barks around, just know that the owner is around. You see? So it's just, so is it a conclusion that the owner is the one who sent the dog and the MPs just happen to be the dog?
Yes.
And the person really backing in this case is not these MPs, but the owner of the dog who sent the person.
Because I think it makes a lot of sense because up to now, has the president said anything?
No, he hasn't denied it. He hasn't said that he supports it.
Why? Because I do believe that if he was against it, he would have first spoken about it and said, I have faith in Gachagua, I've seen his job and everything, we've been in the government together, and you guys are not supposed, this guy is not supposed to be impeached. There is no way he can just be silent about it and let us think that, he's just not part of it.
Especially considering the level of robotic nature of our parliament right now.
Yes.
Because I can't call them anything but robots. Because right now we have that parliament. If you ask me, since I've existed in this country, this is the worst parliament I've seen in my life. These are guys who don't even have brains to start with to even make a decision, even to pass one motion, unless the president calls them to the State House, and then tells them, hey, so and so utasema hivi, so and so utasema hivi. Then tomorrow they come. Remember, like during the this whatever finance bill,
yeah.
You remember all of them came forward and they really supported the finance bill when the president supported it. Then when the president came forward now to say that there was a problem with the finance bill and I'm withdrawing it, they're also there clapping. That's why I noticed that these guys don't even have brains. Because wait, if somebody, mimi ukiniita hata kama ni president, uniambie ndio support his stuff. Tomorrow uniambie umechange mind, I will not come behind you and clap for you because kwani unanibebakana, and we are all adults.
Yes.
We seem to like I come now, we're standing there kama kids, but I was like, the fact that somebody is an MP doesn't mean that they're really smart and that they're better. Maybe wametushinda the fact that they have those offices. Majority of them are so dumb and stupid compared to us.
Yes. And one MP once said that the parliament building has just been left as a building. No decisions are made there apart from decisions that come from the president.
True. Very true.
No motions are passed apart from motions that are coming from the president.
Correct. Nothing
is happening unless it's happening through the president's orders. That is one MP who did an interview a while back with if I'm not wrong, Radio Maish or something, If I see the clip, I'm gonna put it on the screen. If you don't, well and good. But what does this tell you about this actually says a lot about the leadership that we have in the country, because it looks like it looks like everything is being controlled by one man. Everything is being micromanaged by the president, which brings us back still to the fact that why Kenyans want change. Because you elect a member of parliament to go and to go and represent you, and at the end of the day you realize that he cannot actually represent you because he's being controlled by someone who pays them money. I remember during finance bill they were being paid 2 million each.
Sure. 2 million each, man.
2 million each, yeah. And
to support the bill.
Wow.
Vile wanasema pesa ilikuwa inaletwa kwa gunia. The money just brought in a gunia.
So,
they were being
whose
called.
side are you on right now? Are you on Gachagua's side? Do you think he should not be impeached?
Honestly, if you asked me, if there was any, like, first, I don't believe it's a priority.
Yeah.
You see, considering what's happening right now, it's not a priority. My first option would be, if I was to choose, would be the president and the entire government to just go home. Personally, I would like to, if I was God, because I think he's the only person who can do all this. The whole executive to go home. That is the president, the deputy president, the PS, and the CSS, the ambassadors, all of them to be called back home. All the police structure to be looked at, and their leadership be checked, and their integrity to be checked.
Okay.
The judiciary too, from the Chief Justice. Personally, I don't believe that lady Martha Koome is qualified even to do that. In fact, there's a rumor that alikuwa forge some of her certificates when she was applying for the job, and she just got the job because she was a friend to the then president.
Wow.
And these are things that needs to be looked into. You understand? So personally, I will just get rid of the parliament, all these three arms: the parliament, the executive, and the judiciary. Then we start all afresh with the new president, a new deputy president, new MPs, and somebody will be like, "This is crazy," but that is what we need. In fact, Kenya right now, we don't need painkillers. We need open heart surgery. We need to get deep down where the problem is.
The root causes.
Yeah, the structure of governance. Why people don't even respect the constitution. Maybe because we feel that the police is powerless. Which is true. The police that we have is the only power they have is the one that they've given by the president.
Yes.
Not knowing how independent, they don't even know how independent they are. They don't even know how powerful they are. The police don't even know that the president doesn't have power even in controlling how they function. Like they have ability to do anything, even going against the president. There's no constitution in our ambient. You have to follow what the president said. Like they're that independent. The same with the judges. That's why you see sometimes these judges are quite intimidated because sometimes that the people are at least trying. In fact, if you ask me to rate the three arms of government, I will rate a judiciary at number 1. Of course, they have a very terrible leader who is the Chief Justice, but at least I'll give them number 1 because at least there's some elements who are doing something. Understand? Yes. Then number 2, I'll give it to now the executive, because apart from, and this is difficult coming from me by there because I hate this government for real with all of my heart, but I'll give them number 2 because the parliament is just that bad. Ushaonaga msee unakuwa na second last kwa class yenu, not because ulijaribu but because number last kufanya mtihani. You get like that's how like you see, that's the comparison I can give them. I'll like we have a very we have a very crazy system, and our system is so much messed up, honestly. Because otherwise, is bro, tell me, ukiumizwa na mtu ama uko in danger ama kuna kitu na kuhurt, do you trust even the government ama the police eti watakusaidia?
No. I've seen a case of another lady who was actually raped just the other day. I saw it on Instagram, and she had evidence. She even alikuwa na kila kitu. She had the medical test. She went to the DCI. Alienda sijui police station, Juja police station, na hakusaidika.
Can imagine?
I hear nasikia huyo the rapist paid, I don't know, 5,000.
And yet she's a taxpayer, bro. She pays ama polisi wako hapo kwa station wanalipwa na pesa yenye msichana analipa. It's so crazy.
It's like a year down the line and nothing has been done. So those things like just shows you just be on the right side of the law, and also pray that you do not find yourself in just a fix, because
Don't ever find yourself in a situation where you need the government.
yes,
Yeah, don't.
that's
Because
the thing.
they're very unreliable.
Yeah.
On air with presenter Ali.